A few years ago, I was working as a late-night food delivery driver to help pay off my student loans. I usually worked the
8 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Most nights were pretty boring, just dropping off pizzas to tired college students. But there is one delivery I will never, ever forget. It was a cold, foggy Thursday night in November. It was 6 a.m., and I was just about to clock out when one last order popped up on my app. The payout was unusually high, but the drop-off location was out in the rural, wooded outskirts of town. Against my better judgment, I accepted it. I drove for 20 minutes, leaving the streetlights of the city far behind. My GPS eventually directed me to turn down an unpaved, narrow dirt road wrapped in dense, thick fog. The trees on either side leaned over the road like a tunnel. After driving for another mile in complete darkness, the GPS announced, "You have arrived." I pulled up to a rusty metal gate. Beyond it was a large, dilapidated, 2-story farmhouse. There were no lights on inside. The yard was wildly overgrown with weeds, and the front porch was sagging. It looked completely abandoned. I checked the app. The delivery instructions just said, "Leave at front door, do not knock." Something felt completely wrong. My gut was screaming at me to turn around, but I grabbed the paper bag of food and stepped out of my car. I left the headlights on and the engine running. I walked up the creaky wooden steps of the front porch. The silence out there was heavy and suffocating. As I bent down to place the bag on the welcome mat, I noticed something that made my blood run cold. The front door was cracked open about 2 inches. No? And peeking out from the pitch-black darkness inside the house, just barely catching the reflection of my car's headlights, was a single, unblinking human eye, and someone was standing right behind the door, watching me. I froze, pretending I hadn't seen it. I slowly stood back up. Then, I heard it, the distinct metallic snick of a switchblade opening in the dark. I didn't turn around. I didn't say a word. I just bolted. I sprinted off the porch as the front door violently swung open behind me. I heard heavy boots hitting the wooden steps. I threw myself into the driver's seat of my car and slammed the door, desperately mashing the lock button. Just as the locks clicked, a man slammed face first into my driver's side window. He was wearing a filthy ski mask, holding a long, rusted hunting knife. He started screaming incoherently, violently bashing the handle of the knife against the glass, trying to shatter the window. I slammed the car into reverse and hit the gas, tearing out of the dirt driveway blindly. I didn't stop speeding until I was back on the illuminated city highway. I immediately called the police and gave them the address. They called me back 2 hours later. The house had been foreclosed and completely abandoned for 5 years. Whoever placed that order didn't do it because they were hungry. They used a stolen credit card and a burner phone to lure a driver out to the middle of nowhere. If I hadn't left my engine running, or if I had walked inside that open door, I know for a fact I wouldn't be here today.